Hi everybody, it's your friend Corey at Mighty Mushroom or a Mighty Mushroom. This is the Mighty Mushroom Show. This is an open forum, community-based project that we do. Kayla, can you hear me?
Yes.
Excellent. Lovely to see you. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I am lovely. I'm a little bit late. The child was a little bit late to sleeping.
I know how that goes.
We had to read our story, and get our stuff done. What's going down?
Just watching dumpster dive videos.
By the which ones? Whose dumpster dive videos?
I was watching this girl, Lillian Kay, and she's pretty cool. It's her second job is dumpster diving. She finds stuff and then flips it. So I'm like, I see you. I was checking the legalities of dumpster diving in Washington State.
I mean, dude, if it's gonna be garbage, there should be it should be illegal not to do something about it.
I understand there is, when it comes to stuff like makeup and food, it can be a little bit iffy because if a company is giving away makeup that has been tested, right? So somebody has touched it with their face parts, right? Like the person dumpster diving is taking on that responsibility for it then and saying, I don't care if somebody's touched it to their face, I'm going to sanitize it and use it. Or with food, like I get that it's been in a dumpster, but I'm going to take the risk. And I personally wouldn't do food from a dumpster. That's just my
you're not a freegan. You'll just never be a freegan.
Not food. But I could see other products. But I understand.
What about non-perishable food? Like, what if you found like a pallet of Starburst in the garbage?
Probably, yes. I would probably be okay with that. I would. I think that would be fine. If it's something that's like wrapped and sealed and doesn't have an expiry date that is something you need to worry about, I think that might be different. I've never done that, but I definitely wouldn't be getting like the container of chicken salad.
Avocados.
I don't think I would do produce from the garbage.
Brian, what's up, buddy?
What's up?
Hey.
How's it going, man? Tell us who you are. This is your first time on the show, so tell us who you are and how to find you in the world of social media.
Social media, my favorite new ever. So I am Brian. You can find me on pretty much any platform as the Vegan Flipper. So I'm on Instagram, YouTube. I resell full time now, so I'm mostly on eBay, a little bit of Poshmark here and there, some local sales. So
awesome. Where are you in the world?
So I am in Ohio.
Oh damn. Which? Do you mind?
I'm in Columbus, so right smack in the middle.
College town.
Yeah, huge college town.
Yeah, one of my best friends is at University of Ohio.
Okay. Yeah, I have a ton of friends who went to OU.
Yeah.
Have you guys not met before?
Yeah, we have. I just have a bad memory. And even if my memory is good, like the people who watch the channel and interact, it's good to just have it on record who you are, and so people can kind of, if they're watching this and they're curious, they can find you. Hi, Nicole.
Hey.
What's going on?
I just got done with a mentorship with that guy actually over there.
This vegan flipper fellow.
Brian, I don't know if he told you this or not, but this is his third month of mentoring, I guess. So he did the mentorship group in December or January? December,
yeah.
December, and then last month I was like, you can just do it again, like just come. I'm not going to charge you anything. Can you just like maybe help me out with like running like the group chats and stuff like that? And so he did, and then he did it again this month as kind of like my protege. I don't know what to call you. You're my very good friends.
I think it's really valuable for both of you. It's like you get the experience of doing it, and then she gets the benefit of having like somebody who's competent and that she can trust. And it's really hard. I mean, in business, it's hard to find people you can trust and rely on. It definitely is.
And especially for her, she's so busy that like just chatting with the group throughout the day, it would take up so much of her time.
Yeah.
And I do, this is the first month I gave him like a little bit, I paid him, I guess, essentially. It's so weird to say that, but I don't want people to feel like I'm taking advantage of Brian. Like, he's definitely like, he's helping me. And so I'm getting paid for these. I definitely want to like share that, you know, with the people who are helping me as well. So I think it's like a great situation for everyone. And Brian's at like a different, like now that I am up at this like higher level of reselling, like as far as like I'm selling like, you know, shipping 100 things a day and like doing all this crazy stuff. And Brian is still like, he just quit his full-time job in December. And so he's still in that like beginning stage of growth. And so having both sides to connect with within the group is really cool.
You can't buy it. You know what I'm saying? Like it being able to plug in there and gain experience just through exposure and see like potential is everything sometimes when you can like see the real potential of what like efficient work can produce. I mean, it's crazy. Sometimes I wonder how Kayla like gets everything that she gets done. I feel like she's one of the most like she works harder than like just about anybody else.
I don't know how I get anything done. You know what the answer is? Like Mike does everything. Mike does the laundry.
Is play World of Warcraft.
I promise you, he is like the best. He does the dishes and does the laundry and takes Hazel out to go.
In World of Warcraft.
Oh yeah, he yells at people in World of Warcraft.
Sleep.
When do I sleep, or
when do either one of you sleep?
I don't go to bed until like 1, 2. Last night I didn't go to bed till 3.
Yikes.
But I was allowed to sleep in today because he worked from home today. So
yeah.
Usually I don't go to bed until like 1 though.
I'm like a 2. I'm a between 1 and 2. I just at the end of the day, like during the day. Right now I do all of the shipping, but today was the first day I let John like do all of the shipping himself. And I kind of like, let him make a bunch of mistakes and like just went through and said, hey, like let's try to kind of like let's assay how we did this and let's try to like build a better method. So, you know, I'm trying to get away from doing anything but sourcing at this point, but it's a difficult, and I don't have control issues. It's not really about control. It's about making it so that he has all of the tools and he can work efficiently, because if he's not working efficiently, it's better that I do it because it costs me so much money.
It doesn't bother you at all to not have your hands in it if you trust him?
No, I don't even care. Like I could walk away tomorrow if I was confident that somebody could do it. Seriously, I don't have the control issues that a lot of people have with their business. And that just comes from like
it's just an attitude. Like you either have it or you don't.
I've done all kinds of like business experiments and never, I mean, you need to be able to maintain control, but you also need to have people be able to grow in the space. So if there's no way to like for them to improve their own lot, then there's no future. So you have to like build that in too.
I think that's a very good point. And I think that's one of the hardest things for most resellers to really get a grasp on is being able to let go. Well, yeah, but I guess I'm speaking to the particular audience, but yeah, all business owners.
Okay, I want to throw something out there that's totally off topic. Brian has a YouTube channel. You guys know that? You guys, not enough people watch it. It's about reselling. It's actually really interesting. He does like storage lockers. I watched a video recently of his where he went to a storage locker, like he bought one and then he showed you what was inside of it. People always want to see that stuff. He's making videos about it. You guys should watch them. Secondly, maybe he doesn't want me to tell you guys, so I'll let him decide. But he just told me a really genius idea he had for a YouTube video.
No, it's fine. It's just very, very early in the process. So
I mean, it's like the first night he thought of it, so it's going to be a while. He has to prepare his food first off before this can happen. Are you ready? And I think it'd be cool to have like guests, so maybe all of us can jump in at some point throughout the go ahead.
No, so my inspiration was that I get in these. So like, Kayla was talking about this dumpster diving videos. I've actually watched the person she was talking about. But I get in this hole where I'll watch like one topic for like days on end. And there's a guy, I think his name is Killam or something. He does these videos where he does something for like 24 hours straight and like nonstop. There's nothing you can do besides whatever the activity is. And I just watched a video of him doing like 100 hours in a row of him playing a specific video game, like not moving from this room, video game. So my idea is that I want to do like a 24-hour listing challenge where I'm not allowed to sleep. I'm not allowed to leave the house. I'm not allowed to do anything except for like photograph, list, like all of the steps of listing. So I want to go make a video of it, but then like at certain points throughout the day, like throughout the 24 hours, have like a live stream going too.
You should just live stream the whole damn thing.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I thought that's what it was gonna be. The entire thing was live stream.
Like, are you planning to like augment with amphetamine? Because I would need it.
I would probably have some energy drinks laying around, but
I would need straight up pharmaceutical grade amphetamine. I like to sleep.
Keep in mind,
okay, I don't. What about? So that's why I said he's like, well, I have to prepare my food for this.
Yeah. 24 hours is serious.
I mean, you're allowed to take bathroom breaks and stretch, right?
Yeah. Like I'd probably like every like 5 or 6 hours take like 10 minutes, but like not long enough to cook a meal or anything.
Okay. Lauren, I was gonna say, like, your body needs to like you've got to stand up and like move your arms around.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because I would be like taking pictures, so I'd be moving around taking pictures, and I'd have to inventory stuff like that, like anything that's actually involved in like the listing part of it. Not just sitting in an desk.
You have like a robot that will give you a sponge bath.
Well, it's only 24 hours.
Yeah.
I can go 24 hours without a bath.
I was going to say, you've never gone one day without a shower?
I didn't take a shower today. I'm cool.
I was thinking about how to get a robot to give you a sponge bath.
Well, that's a whole other story. I think you want it for other reasons. And
you have to get the mannequin with the arms on it for that.
Yeah.
The hood on.
Yeah, everyone in the chat is like, we will watch. You are going to need a lot of inventory. And Melissa says, serious caffeine as well.
Well, luckily I worked at Starbucks for a while, so I have a pretty good caffeine addiction.
You have a stash, too. You gotta have
mandatory hourly dance breaks.
Yeah, you gotta do like a 10-minute like Kevin Bacon like
like every hour is a different like maneuver.
Every 4 hours, there's like 10 minutes of Kevin Bacon.
That was not Thrift in the chat. I don't know. She's in charge of that.
I'm really bad at maintaining like chat things. I get so focused on like what's going on with the dynamic of this. Rob, what's up, buddy?
What's up, bro? What's going on? How you doing?
Oh, not too much. I like how you were patient there. You're getting so much better. Your
what?
orientation is terrible, though.
Does Rob and Brian, do they know each other yet?
Yeah.
How you doing, Brian? My name is Rob.
Yeah, what's up, Carolyn? I was on Thrift Shop Hustler show once or twice with you.
Yeah, you're in California?
Ohio.
Oh, storage locker guy.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I got it. I forget people's names, but when I know the story, then I remember.
Yeah.
So let's talk about that real quick. Like the Thrift Shop Hustler, he was doing the show on Saturday nights. Is he doing that? So it looks like he did it again last week. Is he like on a regular schedule now? Because I didn't know last week. And
so I jumped on last week because I just happened to see him.
Yeah.
And then I looked back at it like recently, and his description says that it's the last one he's going to do. So apparently he's done with the live shows.
Why?
Yeah. Somebody asked him that in the chat, and he said something about it's run its course. It's time to pass it on or whatever. I don't know.
It's kind of the reason that I started. So like I would never put I mean, it's really true. I went on his show and I was like, I can't stop doing this. It's good. So, and he only did it on Saturday night. So I was like, well, why don't we just have like an open forum, like randomly? I like the random nature. Like, if you're not here, you don't know. You can watch it later, but
It's not the same though.
it isn't. Like, he curates the show way better, and I'm just terrible. So
He's a good host.
yeah,
Corey,
I'm
you know what it's like?
terrible host.
You know what it's like, Corey? You know when you got a friend that somebody introduced you to a friend, and now you became better friends with that that new friend than the original friend.
Yeah,
And you're like, how the heck did this happen? You're like, I was friends with the other guy. Now I'm friends with the other one. And I don't even talk to the other guy anymore. That's
I've
what
had
it's
that
like.
happen so many times in my life.
You
That's like-
run the show now.
sounds like my life. Like all of my best friends I met through other friends.
Every single one.
Yeah, me too.
Except
Yeah.
Nicole, who I just stalked via Facebook.
That's
On the
funny.
computer.
Stalked.
Yes, on the computer.
No,
Like-
the Facebook in real life. Like the real book that you
The
can
computer.
I just remember the first memory I have of Kayla. She was wearing pajamas. She was like taking a selfie of herself in the corner, and I was like, "That girl's cute. Got, like pink hair. I want to be her friend."
So
And
it's
then-
because you were talking about this particular brand of pajamas, and I found a pair. And I was like, oh, I found a pair that you were talking about, but they're so comfortable that I'm not going to sell them. And that's what I was posting. And then I was like, and look, we have the same hair because we both had like pink hair at that time.
Yeah, you
And now
both
we
have-
both have purple hair.
Yeah, you both have
Real
purple hair.
single white female situation going on here. It's one or the other.
Somebody gonna. Never mind.
Sorry, I have like yellow in my hair now too.
I love the yellow. It's like my favorite part of your hair.
Yellow or gold?
It'll be out. It will wash out in the first couple washes, unfortunately.
It's gonna get purpled. That
It
yellow.
won't. The way it takes to wash my hair.
Oh, that's right, because you don't wash your own hair now.
Yeah, so it won't just because like she has someone who helps her and like they hold the yellow.
That is too much.
It's gonna make me seem like such.
Too much.
Somebody said they didn't like me because I wanted to wear a tiara to the reseller rally, and I
Of
was
all
like,
the things to not like you for,
dude.
I picked that one.
Of course. Why wouldn't I wear a tiara? Last time I went to Disneyland, I begged Joe to buy me a tiara, and he said no because they were too expensive. But like, if I had the option of wearing a tiara and a gown on a daily basis, duh. Like, yes.
Why not?
We can all wear tiaras to the eBay Open if you'd like. I'll wear a tiara.
I'm wearing a damn tiara.
Can we get custom tiaras that say like eBay power seller or something on them, please?
Top-rated.
Please.
Hey, Rob, are you coming
Yo.
to eBay Open?
Uh,
You might have to go to the
No.
pawn shop and sell some of that Loro
Or
Piana.
you might need to actually like list things.
when is it?
July, right?
July 24th-ish?
Late July. I
So,
think.
and it's in Las Vegas, right?
Yeah.
No, they haven't
Or
announced it yet.
Or California.
I thought they hinted at the dates.
They said that they're announcing the tickets on the 22nd. I just heard that the other day.
So that's in
Yeah.
like a week. Right?
Next week.
It's too far. I can't plan that funny.
I
Rob, you should
recommend
come.
that if you watch the show that you go and that you get your ticket. And last year, for the first 2 weeks, they did a thing where you got like 30%, so a 70% discount on your hotel if you did it in the first like 2 weeks. But then there was no, you were done. They were done after that, and they sold like there were like, I don't know, 3,000 sellers or something. It's not a ridiculously huge event, but it is curated quite well. And
I'm going to guess that this year, based on our power of social media alone, that tickets are going to sell out. This
I would
year.
buy them very quickly. Like I'm
I am
buying.
buying them immediately.
Hold
I
on,
will be
wait, is
waiting.
Brian, are you going to try and come?
Yeah, I'm gonna try.
Okay.
You should
I don't
make
think
it.
else that time of year.
Make it. You should.
Maybe I'll do a cross country trip. I'll pick
You
people
should.
up on the way.
Pick Brian up. Pick Brian up.
Ball.
Well, see, part of my goal is to ride my motorcycle there.
Motorcycle.
Oh.
What do you do
I
if it
just- I
rains?
think sometimes.
What do
Okay.
you do?
Sometimes you have to drink the Kool-Aid, and like eBay Open is like there's just fountains of Kool-Aid. So like, you just gotta like you tip your head up like this, and you gotta drink some of that Kool-Aid.
This is called good peer pressure. That's what this is.
Well,
We're
like
all
every day,
going.
there's every day, like after the event's over, there's a happy hour that's like an hour, like an actual hour happy hour where there's like free beer and there's like, oh, if you're from this area and you do this, like talk to these people, and if you do this, this is like it's very like it's organized in a way that you can interact like quite well. And I mean, there's a lot of boring speeches and stuff, but I mean that just comes with the territory.
Corey, you know,
It's part of the
look,
What?
I know nothing about it. I know nothing, but in my mind, just like, you always have a picture in your mind what things look like, and like those like Walmart meetings where they have like 30,000 people. That's what I'm thinking.
No,
You know what
it's
I'm talking about, right?
No, it's not like that.
Okay, but you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, it's not, because you have to remember, like, so about 10%. So I would say there were like 3,000 sellers and like 300 eBay employees. So, it was like 10 to 1 basically. But there were a lot of eBay employees and like customer service agents like have their laptops. You can go find one, talk to somebody, figure out who they are. They'll open up their laptop, look at your account, run analyses. It was pretty awesome. Like they gave me some insights into my account that just were so valuable. And I got put onto the concierge system or the concierge service, and that's been a boon to my business. I mean, it's
You went last year?
Amazing. What's up?
What year you went last year?
Last year, yeah. So there's only been 2 eBay opens, one in 2016 and one in 2017.
Oh, interesting.
What's
Yeah.
the concierge? I don't know if I know what that is.
What's up?
The concierge.
It's your own personal customer service office, and they can do tasks for you and fix problems for you. And it's I don't like to use the word game changer, but it's like a life changer.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So
Somebody from America?
Account, you get concierge as part of having an anchor account, and it's just so you get customer service in Salt Lake City. So, and then they can patch. So let's say you have a problem with the return, or you want to ask about a policy, or you want to ask about how this works or that.
And it's just Anchor without paying for it. I have it. I have both. It's the same thing. Like the concierge guys was like, you don't need this necessarily because you're an Anchor store.
Gotcha.
Yeah, no, but I mean, I'm saying the value of having concierge is very high.
Yeah, I pay $300 a month for it, essentially.
Well, I mean, you kind of get it free with paying $300 a month, kind of.
It's included in my $300 a month charge.
Yeah, but your $300 a month charge includes 10,000 listings.
But I don't.
I think she accounts $299 to concierge and $1 to the listings.
Yeah, basically. I account like, what is it, $75 for the listing?
For me, like, if you have an Anchor store, concierge is like a free bonus that you get for being awesome. That's it.
Wait, so Corey, so you have concierge without the Anchor store? Or you have the Anchor store? Hello?
Corey's basically froze on us the best.
What's going on over here?
I got concierge before I had an Anchor store, but now I have an Anchor store.
Okay, that's what I was saying.
But I think that it's really like if you should have an Anchor store, because you should create risk that makes it so that you grow to that risk, you know.
Brian just opened up an Anchor store.
Yeah, so I quit my job at the beginning of December, and then I opened Anchor store in the beginning of January to force myself to grow.
Nice. Should we review the Vegan Flippers store live on the internet?
I've already done it. Don't worry.
Ah,
Nicole's way ahead of us.
my thunder.
I've been in 3 of her groups. She's reviewed it like 4 times.
Great.
Is it good?
Can you fix those photos already, Brian?
I
Is it
fixed most
good?
of mine.
Brian, is your store good?
I would say it's above average. Let's go there.
Okay.
Is it
If I
above
asked
average?
you, how many items do you have in your store?
I'm floating right around 1,200.
Okay. And
That's great.
what's your average sale price?
I haven't calculated it recently, but it was right around 20 to 25.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
We were talking about, so like today in the mentorship group, we were talking about like if you want to get to 5,000 a week and you're listing $25 items, you only have to list 40 a day, you know? So I don't think 25 is a bad, I don't think it's a bad average sale price. So it's weird. Like I might sell something for $20 and I might sell something for $250, but I'm really, really trying to smash that, you know, I need to be between 45 and 50. I really need to smash that. Like it needs to.
Can I ask a question? Or actually, I want to actually have Brian ask a question. You told me earlier that you want to change your model a little bit and you want to have it be where I think, Corey, are you stuck? People are only seeing you.
No.
It's not flipping around.
It is.
Oh, it is for us.
Oh.
For us, it is.
I guess I just want to see Corey. Okay. my thing is that you want to change your business model to where right now you're selling a ton of hard goods and like a bunch of random stuff. What are you changing it up to?
Yeah, so I've been just kind of anything I can get my hands on goes into my store. And actually part of it goes back to something I heard Corey say about like having some of those like minimal items kind of bogs down your store to a point. So I want my new model, number one, to be about 85 to 90% clothing instead of mostly hard goods, which, I mean, I'm at about 80% right now. But I've noticed that I personally list more consistently if I do clothing. If I'm doing hard goods, I don't seem to be as consistent about it.
Okay, so you really you enjoy the listing process of clothing, so it makes it see for me the thing about that's really difficult in clothing is to get a high average sale price, right?
Yeah, I would agree with that. Yeah, so that's my 10 or 15% hard goods. I want to be high end, so I don't want to do like the generic. Like right now, I have like 20 cameras in my store that are like $20 a piece. Like I want to get rid of that stuff and go high end with that. And that way that clothing can be my bread and butter. Like I'll sell $20 items all day long because I feel like it's easier for people to commit to buying a $20 item and then throw in a couple hard goods that are $100 or $200 every day.
Yeah. Well, I'm kind of adopting this system where if it doesn't sell within 45 days, it just goes to auction.
Okay.
I'm kind of like, I really want everything to sell within 45 days unless it has a value above a certain amount. And I don't really know what that value is, but I don't really like things sitting around in my inventory.
Can I ask what your plan is for items that don't sell at auction after that? Are you planning on like keeping them at auction or starting them at a lower price afterwards or just donating them? Or do you have a...
It doesn't sell. So my average item cost is like, my average item cost is $7, okay? So let's say I spent $7 on something and it's just part of my inventory and it's been around for 7 days, okay? I'm actually I'm gonna put like priority mail, augment the shipping slightly, and then put it at auction for $5, you know, like, and just get it out the door.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that makes sense. That's a good plan, I think.
And then it's like I'm not going to put that thing in inventory anymore. You know, I don't on average. So if you take everything in my inventory, the average selling time is 44 days. And if you take everything on eBay, I think it's 44 days. So I'm right in the range. Right? The average item on eBay is around $45, and my average selling price right now is $47. And the average sale time is 44 days across any item, and I'm like right there. So I'm not making tons of mistakes, but that doesn't happen overnight, you know? And I do have I have a $10,000 jacket in my inventory. I know it's never gonna sell, but it's just like I just have it there. It's just like a thing.
So there will be some items in your inventory that you're not going to follow that method on because you know that they're specific long
They're
tail
just
items.
so rare and interesting, and they just like kind of augment what I do. But I mean, if it's like an Olympus digital camera from 2007, it's like, if nobody wants it, just take it. I don't care. I just get it out of my way. I don't want it in the bin. That bin space is valuable. Let's find something else that can fit that volume.
Totally.
I actually found a flea market that does it. They do it 3 times a year. And you can just rent a booth there. I'm just going to take boxes of stuff for like $1 sale, basically, and just stuff that I want to get out and go.
But
Corey.
Brian,
Yeah.
sorry.
I have a connection. That reminded me.
Cool.
There is a person in my group this month. They live in Oregon City, and they do storage lockers. And they want to introduce me to a group of people who do storage lockers, but only want specific things out of those storage lockers. And then I can possibly buy in bulk things that they wouldn't want, like clothing. They don't want clothing, right?
Never do.
Tons of storage buyers have no interest in clothes.
Right. Well, and they only have interest in certain things. Like
They want their average item to be like $200.
Yeah. So if you're interested in, we'll talk about that. But yeah, I know that you're looking for things like that too.
I'm always interested in getting inventory that works. So, I mean, right now, my main goal is to just have the highest quality inventory so that when my customer gets something, they're like, wow, this is better than I thought it was. And why would I return something that's better than I thought it was? You know, like that's the mentality and that's the drive. Everybody's talking about fighting returns, and the best way to fight returns is to have amazing items that you wouldn't want to return, right? You got a deal and you can't find that deal anywhere else. I know that sounds like a crazy feat, but it can happen, right? I don't know. But things are changing rapidly. I mean, look, Toys R Us just went out of business. I mean, things are changing fast, and they keep changing faster and faster and faster. And we have to, if we want to stay in business and be the market leaders in what we do, and you kind of have to be like a niche leader in order to be successful. We have tons of competition. There's thousands of other people who want to sell the things we do. A lot of them are just not, they just don't work as hard as we do. It's really true.
My market is so saturated. Like, I think me alone is proof of that. And I swear I sound like a jerk half of the time when stuff like this comes out of my mouth. But like
only half of the time?
Okay, 95% of the time. You know what? Today I was talking to Reezy and I was like, Reezy, why don't they like me? like real question.
I likes everybody, first of all, and invite Reezy. Send him an invite for this.
Oh, you sent it to him. I can't. The invites don't work for me, right?
No, I can't invite him. I don't know what his email is.
Just text him the link. Okay, my point here is that what was I talking about? Oh, I was going to say that like I am like proof of this because my market is so saturated, and I'm still I had a $700 a day today, and it's because I'm driving my own traffic. And I think like if more people can learn how to drive their own traffic onto eBay and other sites, like Kayla's doing the same thing. She's driving traffic every day. And I think that that makes us successful because we have learned the art of like, yeah, we're going to list on eBay and eBay's going to drive some of our traffic, but we're also going to work, like you said, really hard at driving our own traffic.
I think that if you come into this expecting eBay or whatever platform to do all of the work for you, that is a huge disservice because you as and I don't like using this word, but entrepreneur, have the ability to bring people into your store. It's not like you open a brick and mortar store and just go, well, I certainly hope someone comes in. Like I'm on the street, they can see I'm here. Nobody does that. And I don't think anybody should be doing that in online retail either. I think it's stupid to just wait. Like, why am I not selling anything? Well, what else are you doing to bring people in? Are you marketing yourself? How?
Yeah, I think great products at great values really bring people to the platform. I mean, they're using like Google Shopping, and I don't know, things pop up everywhere. There's affiliate links everywhere. They have these crazy click funnel networks and blah blah blah. But if you are not providing value, like, you are not going to sell things on eBay. Like, I used to be able to sell a tin can on eBay for $10, but sorry, those days are over. That is the past.
It's over, Johnny.
It's over, Johnny.
It's never over.
It's never over.
Here's one mistake with eBay, which one pet peeve. Okay.
Is it wearing a tank top?
Well, I figured I wasn't the only guy with a tank top, so I figured I'm not underdressed. You want me to put a suit on, a blazer?
I want you to put on
Yes,
a logo.
please.
I want you to put on a. I
I
hair.
think, are you naked right now?
No,
Ooh.
not naked. No.
Oh,
Thank you, Brian, for getting out the
he's got a blazer.
Oh shit! Now we're all underdressed.
I don't actually even think this fits.
What are your shoulders in that thing?
Oh my gosh.
You look like Uncle Fester or whatever with those. You know what I'm talking about?
You want me to get my suit? On?
He's gonna get like a $2,000 suit that he doesn't have listed. Watch.
Oh,
No.
mic drop.
It's a suit that was not quite $2,000, but when you're a heavier guy, it's hard to find stuff that fits you properly. So,
Oh, you actually have a personal suit.
well, yeah, I bought it was a lot of 5. I bought it at a estate sale. The guy had 5 of them, and I bought them. I bought it in regular clothing. I bought it. It was a estate sale. I bought all his crap, but lucky for me that the guy was my size. So one of the suits had tiny hole in the shoulder area, and I says, you know what? I'll keep it for myself. I sold the other 4 suits. The brand is called Copley. I don't know if anybody sells suits in here, whatever, but it's a Canadian brand. It's a good brand. It's not bad. It's like they make custom suits. If you so a lot of times custom stuff doesn't sell with suits. Certain times they do. But Copley is a good one, Canadian brand, with a Xenia cloth, the Hermenegildo Xenia.
Xenia.
Corey. Xenia. Hermenegildo Xenia.
Cabildo Xenia.
It's like trying to teach a 3-year-old to say something.
Corey, why always bust it?
I never find the Xenia here. We're not a Xenia town.
No, this is not Xenia Town up here.
No, we don't. So I have been searching high and low for a big letter like Tommy Hilfiger flag jacket for the last 4 months. I haven't found one. Nicole, do you ever find those?
What?
Not listening. Do you ever find like the big Tommy Hilfiger shit with the flags and all that bullshit?
At the bins exclusively, never anywhere else. I think our thrifts do not put them out.
One. I've been looking for 4 months for one.
I found them at the bins a few times when I used to go a lot, but there are hard pickers looking for those too.
Yeah,
Like,
Hard to find.
I showed you a jacket. Remember I showed you the jacket I had with the big flag on the collar?
I think it's East Coast and South. Like if you're in Florida, like everyone loves that Tommy Hilfiger nonsense.
Because everybody buys it and then moves to Florida.
oh,
Yeah, half the people from Florida are from New York.
Just ends up in Florida. I don't really know why, but I think we were actually talking about something important, and I feel like we lost it. How did we lose that?
Amy wants to know about. So Amy's in the chat. Hello, Amy.
Hi, Amy.
She wants to know about your teddy bear shirt.
Tanya got some T-shirts and she brought them out, and I was like, that.
It's a polo teddy
Oh wait,
bear.
are you lagging or is it me?
Am I lagging? I don't think so.
Everybody looks good on my end.
I don't think
Corey
I'm
looks
lagging.
awkward. Wait, so she had that shirt in the back. It wasn't out yet.
No. So I
She
think
was
I'm
like,
just gonna like I'm gonna walk in there one day and be like, listen, you don't sell men's stuff. People don't come in to buy men's stuff. Take this room up here and like turn it into like your tea room or your office or something. Sell me everything in this room. Here's a couple $100. When men's stuff comes in, just give it to me and I'll figure it out.
This is what I think you should tell her because I have a little insight with her.
I can't pay what she's asking in perpetuity because like it's just too much.
Yeah, we'll talk to her about that. Listen, this is what I think you should do. She has access to there's like plus size events that happen here.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like the kid consignments, but there's a plus size one that happens. It's actually pretty big. She is actually in touch with the lady who runs the plus size event, and she gets all of their donations. So she gets thousands of pieces at the end of these sales every like twice a year. And so she doesn't have room for all of it. So I buy a lot of it. But what you could tell her is, hey, like you should make this a plus size room because you would do much better with having a plus size room as opposed to having this men's room.
Yeah. She's like, no men ever come in here. And it's not a shop that attracts men. It's really, it's very, it's very feminine. It's very like, it's a beautifully curated store, and there's lots of wonderful things in there, you know. But I just don't think it's like man oriented. Maybe that sounds sexist, but
no, I know what you're saying. It's also like a lot of older church women shop there.
Yeah. I just don't think that back room for men is like it just doesn't work. So. But today I was like, listen, like I can't pay more than like 2 or 3. Jeans are expensive because they don't go first class, right?
Mm-hmm.
You have to offer a benefit to the customer. So it's like you have these 50 pairs of pants. You're not selling them. They're still here. It's like I can give you like $2 a pair. That's all I can do really because I'm gonna have to sell them for 20. I'm gonna have to pay $2 to get them listed, and it's just like it's not economical for me.
What did she say to that?
I didn't make an official offer. I said, hey, this is the deal, you know. And she wasn't like, let's do that. So I didn't like. I mean, I don't want them. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want them. If I had to take them, it would need to be $2 or less per pair.
I don't want a lot of the stuff she gives me.
I took a bunch of stuff today that like isn't optimum. There you go, Rob. Put a shirt on.
How do I look? Not bad, right? Nice pattern.
Jesus Christ.
What? It's not a nice looking suit?
Rob, you need to get a desk and a computer.
You don't think so? You don't like it?
Just talking about your whole setup where like you're like this weird wide angle this way.
Where did you come from exactly?
Where did you come from?
I know that Corey came from like a troll basement.
Oh, with the pipes?
Yes. Now, where exactly did you come from? I haven't decided yet.
Where did I come from? Long Island.
Long Island.
Hey, you don't like this Tommy Hilfiger? You said you look for the flag shirts. You didn't like this American. This shirt. If you find
all that stuff, I'll list it and sell it. Just send it over to me. You have my address.
This one, I kept it. This one's I wear this myself, but this one I get like
wear that yourself.
Yes, Melissa. Okay, Melissa figured out where you came from. The mafia. Melissa Francis says Rob looks like he's going to take someone back and whack them. Yes.
Hey, Paisan. He's like, hey, Paisan.
Nicole, what do you think of this shirt too? Because Corey, he don't like it. I think this is pretty dope.
Okay, you don't ever say the word dope again. That doesn't suit your. That's out of.
It is not the year 2000.
Nicole's getting bossy with you.
Let me help you out with
have
this.
you been drinking?
You don't like this?
What?
I like that. The flags, that's cool.
Yeah, I got a lot of help.
But those are your personal shirts, or those are listed for sale on eBay?
I mean, the Florida has his shoulders.
But
Feel
you
like-
know.
Rob,
feel
are
like
they
I'm in a
listed?
Garth-
No, they're mine. I wear them.
Melissa
Francis needs to come hang out with us. Melissa just said you need to be on dope to like that shirt.
Dope?
Oh shit!
Is he trolling again?
Rob gets to wear that. Valerie said Rob gets to wear that every 2 years for the Olympics.
I can't believe we don't have like a serious like load of trolls.
Well,
It's
we're the
because
German
you name your show the weirdest shit. Nobody ever finds it.
These are not the eBay you are looking for.
I mean, it's better than butt.
So should I do like a screen share and show you like how popular the show Butt is?
That's true. It's probably a lot of people like, ooh, there's, and then they look at us and they're like,
of my total watch time is on the on Butt.
because they're like, wait, where's the butt? And then they scroll and they scroll and they're like, no butt.
No, you know why? Because you had the Breezy interview was the show after, so people watched that one.
Yeah, it was the show before the Reezy interview, right?
And
But
now people are back to not watching you again.
we have 20 viewers. Like that's like straight up in the region of the German troll patrol, which I think, okay, if we get the German trolls again, no censorship. Let them have their way.
Okay, you got to explain to the 20 people who are here, because obviously there's some new faces. We don't usually get 20 people.
No, we don't. We
Tell
normally
20 people about German trolls.
7. I don't know who the hell they are, but apparently they traipse around. They have nothing better to do. They get drunk, and they, as a group, they find a random shitty video like this one that's live, and then they just like spam the shit out of the chat. And they have all these funny names, and they start to sing songs together. And it's actually pretty funny. I thought it was great. And then Kayla,
So we're not blocking him.
Kayla
we're letting
rained
them
on my parade and just kicked all of them out.
I hate trolls so much.
Yeah,
I
but
feel like they
fake
do
trolls,
nothing.
not real trolls, because like real trolls are like,
No, they were saying nasty things about people. That's the thing. They were making
that 'cause I
nasty.
don't pay attention to the chat, I guess.
That's why I blocked them.
Oh,
And then
what do
I
you think
just
about this
blocked all of
Blazer?
them. Is this a show and tell? Are we just gonna?
Fashion show, right? Nice looking.
That's the worst color blazer. That looks like baby shit.
I was about to say it looks like a turd from a hamster.
Well, you
That
don't
is
wear
the
suede?
worst. Is it suede? You're wearing a baby shit brown suede blazer.
Brian,
It's
welcome
funny,
to
but
the
yeah.
show. This is the Mighty Mushroom Show. Welcome to the show.
Is that the new title? Baby shit blazer.
baby shit blazer? What
That probably get a
brand?
lot of views.
What brand is that?
I don't know. I wear this myself.
Why?
What do you mean, why?
On purpose
Wait, not why? Where?
or where?
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 I go to a rock and roll concert.
On Instagram.
He just said he's gonna go to a rock and roll concert. No.
You don't go to rock and roll concerts?
Does it have
roll.
fringe?
No.
What? You don't go to rock concerts?
I don't go to rock and roll concerts. No.
What,
Rob,
what-
can I ask you a question, Rob?
I don't know. I see. You don't. In Portland, there's a lot of rock shows all the time. I look at the charts. There's a lot of stuff there.
Wait, do you regularly look at the charts for Portland?
No, when you look on bands in town, it gives a list, because when they leave New York, they fly to the West Coast, and then they go. A lot of bands, it goes, Seattle, Portland, then California. That's what most bands they do both coasts.
Rob,
Where's that chart?
how old are
What?
you? How old are you?
What do you mean? How old am I?
I can't deal with this.
What? What's so funny?
How old are you?
I'm 38. I'm 38.
You're
You're not
38.
even old.
You're not old. Why are
Who
you
says-
talking like an old man?
Who's
My
talking
grandfather.
like an old man?
My grandfather's like, you wanna go to one of those rock and roll concerts with the kids?
Oh my God! But
Oh my god.
because you guys you're so hip that you're from the West Coast, you're
I'm
so
looking at
cool.
he looks at the charts, Kayla.
Corey, are you going to Burning Man?
Oh my God!
Rob, if you go to the movies, do you still like get out the newspaper and look and see like what time the movie's playing?
No,
I
he
think
calls
he
Kramer
does.
movie phone.
Oh, do you call movie phone?
You are looking for.
What's so funny?
He's like, yes, I do.
Me? Look, I'm a little old-fashioned, but you know.
Hey, I'm a little old-fashioned. Every Friday night, I pick up the phone. I call 1-900-HOT-BOOBS.
Well, you don't?
Buff.
Michelle M. Okay, you and Rob are the same age. Do you look at the charts often for rock and roll shows?
You guys don't like what? Because rock and roll is not cool anymore. That's why.
I don't think I've said the term rock and roll ever in my life.
Go.
What do you call it?
I would say like the name of a band. Like I'm trying to think of how I would say it out loud. Like, no, I wouldn't call it. I would just say a concert. And then if someone was like, well, what concert? I'd say
the band
name.
All right.
Like a rock concert, it's very generic. It sounds like something you'd say to not be censored.
Concert, a rock and roll concert. It's like saying Coca-Cola.
Rock and roll, what?
Yeah, it is. It's exactly like saying, can I have a Coca-Cola?
Led Zeppelin, they use percussion to produce music.
There's lights.
Hey, I thought you liked the bands that I like.
Michael Jackson got burned by fireworks.
I'm just saying it's a funny way to say it.
Okay,
That's
you know
all
what?
we're
Go
saying.
ahead and just Krillin, can you just talk some more? Just go ahead. Let's just let him talk.
I don't think that putting someone on the spot like that is going to make it easy.
No, leave Krillin alone.
Krillin, what
Thanks,
do you do?
Corey. Thank you, brother.
Krillin.
Leave Brittany alone.
Krillin,
Leave Brittany alone.
Bobby,
Rob is a real life satire of Long Island, yes.
Bobby actually, the thing about Bobby is he actually has the potential to do a lot, but he doesn't. So that's why
I want to know what you did today.
No, that's why we bust his balls, because he has the potential to like run an awesome eBay business that provides like very, very good value. But for some reason, he's decided that that's not in his best interest.
Go.
Wait, okay, Brian,
How do you know what my best interest is? How could you say what my best interest is?
Do you know that
I went to your schools, I went to your churches, I went to your institutional learning. God, never mind. Anyway, go.
I'm not
He
that
knows.
type of person, bro.
No, it's a song. Rock and roll. He knows. Brian knows what
I
I'm
don't
talking
give
about.
a fuck about the FBI. I don't give a fuck about the CIA. I don't give a fuck about
Who needs a real job when you have coworkers like this? It's like
Exactly.
being at
Who
a
needs fucking
So you
enemies
asked me
when
what
you
I
have
did today? What do you
coworkers
mean,
like
like my
this?
sale, like what my sales were? Is that what you're asking me?
My sales were terrible today.
Oh, Melissa said that he was out whacking all day.
I was out whacking. This is a family show. What are you talking about?
Since when?
I think she was.
If you didn't catch the earlier
Burger and
conversation, that doesn't
masturbation.
sound right.
But you know,
Yeah,
like burger and masturbation
say-
cross at some point.
You can't. I never said anything about whacking.
Melissa
whacking.
Francis has an edge to her.
I know.
Have you not met Melissa Francis? She's like, okay, she's a scrapbooking queen, and she's hilarious.
Wasn't she on Little House on the Prairie?
You're quipping live. Like, you got to quip live. That's the point of the show, to get in here.
I
and
know.
prove-
Why are you not in here?
Exactly.
Melissa, I know you have a camera because you used to be in.
I'm providing the space for you to come and argue.
And how dare
Open
you not
forum.
use it?
How dare you not participate?
Honestly, how dare you?
I don't know if Melissa Francis might be breaking brand to hang out with us. I'm breaking brand all the time to hang out with these guys.
I mean, to be honest,
broke our record of like, we have 25 viewers. We just broke our record, I think.
other than the German trolls, who's really watching these videos though?
You know what? 25. This is what I knew it. You went on Reese's show and you ruined our happy place.
Great, now you're popular.
Oh,
now you have to
man,
make a
Jenny
second
B
channel.
is here. Jenny B is also the same person as Jessica Smith. They've invaded our chat.
Here we go. See? You see?
How do we kick this person out?
Let's come back. They have like 100 accounts.
Are there real German trolls in here, or
Do they
is it
really
fake German?
Does this person really matter?
I mean, no, obviously not.
Yeah.
No, I'm laughing more. I don't care if they're here. I'm
It's like,
laughing
you
because it's
are
funny.
useless and nobody cares what you think. I promise no one here cares what you think.
Actually, don't kick him out. Just let him chat away.
It's too late. We already did, but they'll be back, I'm sure. I think they're really probably bummed that we're having a good time with our friends and people that we care about.
We
And they're
actually
alone.
like come in, make a big mess, and we actually don't care. That's the best part. Fuck you.
The end of the night, we get to turn off our computers and our lives are still just as good as they were before.
Exactly. We don't care about you, and no one cares about you. And if you were actually nice and useful, people might. That's the message that we bring.
Melissa Francis said she'll hang out next week.
Yes.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah.
It's if
Everyone's
her
welcome.
husband's asleep, so she can't be loud.
Yeah. Well, everyone's welcome here until they're not welcome here. Like,
And so far, nobody's been not welcome, really. So
and
I guess I should just step up my game.
I mean, I'm
yeah,
sure
you got to try really hard to get kicked, I think.
this is not monetized, so we
No,
can
I have a question.
say whatever we want.
Okay,
And
hold-
Wait, hold
So-
on. Nicole has
Yeah.
a very important question.
sure.
Do you have a question for you? When you are saying, like, I'm going to go see a band play, what do you say? You say, I'm going to go see a rock and roll concert. Or you say, I'm going to go to a rock and roll show.
No.
What?
Never even once. I don't.
Do you look at the charts to see where the rock and roll band is headed next?
I think he says Wu-Tang forever.
I don't know. Ask this guy. Krillin, say hi to Joe.
How you doing, Joe?
Oh, hi, Krillin.
How's it going, my man? How
I
you
like
doing?
Dragon Ball Z a lot.
Thanks, brother. See, finally, someone a little respect over here.
Krillin's mad because he said rock and roll, and we made fun of him for that.
Rock and roll's like very old.
He's only 38.
Nobody. What do you
Yeah, but
like rock and
explain.
roll?
I'm from the East Coast. I'm not cool like you guys from the West Coast.
Hi,
I'm
my
not
name is
hip.
Kayla. I'm also
I'm
from the
not
East
hip.
Coast, and I've never said rock and roll in my
Yeah,
life.
what you always say? Oh, I came here when I was young.
I was 18. I spent my entire life in New Jersey.
So this guy busts out of nowhere to start saying rock and roll like it's a common phrase. In his
Well, you,
Des
Joe,
says
you wouldn't
rock
say
and
I'm
roll.
going to a rock
Oh!
concert.
maybe that's it.
What is it?
Des says rock and roll. So maybe it's coming back. The 8-year-old
Yeah.
says it.
Oh, maybe Rob is ahead of schedule.
Yes, Kayla. Say hi. You can say hi to Kayla
Oh,
too.
hey, Keelan.
I think that maybe Rob is just like so far ahead of us
I
that
am.
we just that's what it is.
Listen, I'm ahead of the game. All right. I'm so far ahead that I sound like I'm from behind.
Really?
He's
I was gonna
bringing
say, I think my
bringing
dad
it
says
back.
rock and
I
roll.
think Rob is claiming that he's a visionary. Rob, are you a visionary?
Let me tell you. I'm gonna tell you a story about junior high school. All right.
Let me tell you a story.
You
Go
want to
ahead.
hear my story or what?
I want to hear a story.
Ask Joe.
All right, Joe. You want to hear my story?
I love stories about junior high school.
All right. So everybody here doesn't have their original hair color here. All right. Now, I used to put in my hair what it's called sun in. It makes your hair blonde, right? So,
No,
What?
sun. It helps the sun bleach your hair, basically.
Oh.
so everybody's like, "Oh, that looks so stupid. You look dumb." Junior high, like, "Oh, that looks, whatever." Fill in the blank.
Uh-huh.
And then the next summer, right, or whatever, a few months later, that guy came out. Remember Sugar Ray? That guy, and then you remember. So this is in junior. So then everybody in school, the next week in school, everybody has their hair like that, right? Like Sugar Ray, like how I had it. And then they say, I'm like, you guys were busting my balls about my hair, and you're doing the same thing exactly with that. And he's like, you didn't have your hair like this. I was like, mother. So
Rob, you're still having feelings about this, aren't
Yeah.
That's rock and roll right there.
I said, that's it. That damn Sugar Ray. That guy, whatever the fuck his name is. Sorry, excuse my French.
You're right.
Watch your language. I'm the only one allowed to use the F word on this
Oh,
channel.
and you want to know what's funny? You
No.
remember the song, obviously, right? That guy. Listen,
No.
I'm gonna tell you
He
something.
remembers it 'cause he's very hurt.
Yeah.
Right. You remember? You remember there was a reggae part in this song? Reggae.
I remember.
How does it go, Joe?
We're
The guy-
familiar.
I don't know.
Yeah, the guy. He lives around the block from me.
The reggae guy?
Yeah, his name is Super Cat.
Oh.
Did you go tell him about your experience?
No, the guy don't talk to people. He stays in his house.
You should go bust his door down.
You should be like, you know what?
Load right.
You.
Get me in contact with Sugar Ray.
Ah,
Yeah.
And this has been Story Hour with Krillin.
well, at least I'm trying over here, right? I'm trying.
You're doing a good job, Rob.
You
know,
are. We
Rob,
appreciate
chat.
you.
Trying to entertain the chat room. The
What happened to
downstairs.
your jacket? Show
we
Joe
do
your jacket.
appreciate you, but
Which one? A leather jacket or
Yeah,
the
don't
suit jacket?
don't make any comments, guys. Put on the jacket that
All right.
you just had on, and let's see what Joe thinks about
All right,
it.
I'll be right there. Hold on.
He's got to get
you know,
changed.
you have to be honest.
Yeah, because that's going to be a real problem with Joe.
Here,
Yeah.
you can come sit up here,
That's
Joe.
all right. Okay.
Joe seems polite to me.
He'll know. He's gonna say it's minty fresh.
I'm gonna say it's fresh. We'll see.
Fresh turd.
You see that? Look at that jacket.
Okay, you gotta put your camera. We can't really see it. Put your camera down a little bit.
But not too far down.
Yeah, we don't want to see your. We don't want to see your scuttle.
You might not have clothes on.
No,
We
that's
don't.
my South Siege.
Joe, would you wear that blazer?
What's-
No.
Okay, Joe. What color is that blazer?
It's like a tan, right?
Yeah.
You are correct. It is shit brown.
It looks like butt mud.
It looks like Bobby Brown would wear that.
You don't
Hey,
like this blazer?
I mean, it's not me.
Reezy
know,
wants
well-
you to send him an invite thing, but you have to do it to his email, so I don't know how.
Can you text me his email? Because I don't have it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll get him in here.
You're good.
Thanks,
Whatever.
bro.
So
I appreciate
he
that.
says, He
Like,
says he wears that blazer
Cancel
to
your
rock
style.
and roll concert.
That's how rock and roll
Yeah.
came up.
It's just all
Well-
about handling your style.
Is
What
it like
rock
the-
and roll are you talking
Is it
about?
the
Like,
Doobie
just
Brothers?
No, I wore this last time to
Stevie
Depeche
Ray
Mode.
Vaughan.
Depeche Mode?
yeah.
That's your Depeche Mode blazer?
Yeah, what are you doing?
That's
Yeah.
his Depeche Mode blazer, guys.
That looks like your blue eye. Like. Never mind.
That's
Why?
the Doobie Brothers blazer right there.
I have my own style. I wear whatever if I want to go to the
Michelle
show. I
says
wear whatever
Joe
I
is
want.
so good at being nice.
I feel like Joe is like nice.
I think Joe is
Joe's PC.
outwardly nice.
I don't
I
think
think
Joe.
I've trained Joe to be nice on camera.
I don't know. I think
I don't
Joe's.
know.
He
No,
is
Joe's
nice.
nice.
Joe is nice, though. He really is. I
I'm pretty
can
nice.
say he is nice.
Oh, look at the back.
Where are you
Nice,
saying
right?
back? Wait, what?
All I'm saying is if you pan down and there was like 6 inches of fringe at the bottom of the jacket, I wouldn't be surprised.
There's
Yeah,
just a roll of
Ben
pennies
Nicole would
down
wear
there.
it.
Oh!
What? Oh, who's here?
Burnt
Oh,
me
this
so
guy here.
hard. Rosa!
Hi,
This is
Rosa.
out of control. Let's say hi to Reezy and Rosa. Hi,
Hi.
Reezy and Rosa.
I was supposed to go get dish soap. What happened here?
Well, we needed to show you Colin's jacket.
We
Bree,
need your opinion.
you use the phrase rock and roll.
Don't ask this guy. Ask him what my jacket looks like.
The YouTube live hangout.
Like, I don't know what I just got myself into.
Rosa's like,
I'm sorry.
where am I? What corner of the internet have I just walked into?
They're all like up late working, but also talking with each other.
Yeah.
Rosa just asked, "What is this? Can you guys elaborate?"
Rosa, I'm sorry that you got dragged into this.
Is Mike all of a sudden turning around and getting involved too?
Mike is good about. Oh, we can ask Mike his opinion.
Spouse hour.
Okay,
Come here. Hold
Rosa,
on.
this is just a bunch of reseller coworkers hanging out, working, and talking. Right now we're wondering if you guys like Rob's jacket.
Hi, Mike.
Can you show Rob big on the screen for everyone?
Yeah.
I assume.
All right. You see my blazer? This jacket?
It's his Depeche Mode blazer, guys. He wore that to see Depeche Mode.
Rob's from Long Island.
The color isn't great, but it doesn't fit you right.
But this is the color of almost every suede jacket you ever see. This is
I
like
know.
90% suede
Look like
jacket.
you're in a Leonard Skinner video right now.
The tabs like that a half-inch too long. See the wrinkle right there up top?
You don't like this?
Mike is very much about well-fitting suits. So
I think
Because
it
your
looks like
suit
it could
doesn't
be
fit
made
you.
of pig leather.
Made what?
It looks like it could be made of pig leather.
I don't know what the hell it's made out of, bro. I bought,
Reezy, we didn't get your input yet. Hold on. We need Reezy and Rose's input.
What?
Should he wear that to Depeche Mode?
I don't know. I don't dress up for anything, so.
I think you should listen to Rose.
all right, do you know who Depeche
Rosa,
Mode
what do you
is?
think?
Do you know
I
who
think
Depeche
we
Mode is?
all know who Depeche Mode is.
You don't
I
wear
asked him-
brown to
Honestly,
Depeche
I
Mode.
don't. I'm sorry.
Name one of their
I'll
songs.
let Rosa and Reezy talk.
Rosa, do you know who Depeche Mode is?
Isn't it like an 80s band?
Yes.
Yeah. Hello?
Hi.
You are up late.
Luna's up late.
Luna, what do you think of this jacket?
All right, I'll put it on.
Put it back on.
That's-
Put it back on. Hold on, Luna.
Hold on. Don't interrupt her, guys.
Yeah, no peer pressure over here, right?
If
Child's
you wanna be
honesty.
funny, you can be funny, but what's your real opinion of the jacket? So put the jacket on the screen. There we go. What do you think? What does it make you think of?
What do you think?
Dirt.
Be honest. There's no right or wrong answer.
What else?
It totally looks like dirt.
What else?
Hold on. Luna, what else?
What else? Get him.
Get him.
This is get him. I mean,
Hair.
Hair. It fully reminds me of like Lorenzo Lamas for some reason.
Lorenzo
that
Lamas
might
was
be
a
the
very
look he was
handsome looking
going
guy,
for.
all right?
who?
Yeah.
It's the best way. Like, you can't get any better than that. Like, what does it look like to you,
Listen,
5-year-old
Corey,
child? It looks like dirt.
Corey, if you saw this jacket at the estate sale for $10, you wouldn't pick it up?
Absolutely not a chance
That's
at
the
all.
nicest way
So
to do.
you're full of crap. I
She's
could
like,
probably get
she
$100 for this jacket.
You should.
You should.
You
She
should.
didn't say
Awesome.
no
I
offense,
still
but
wouldn't
then-
put it in my
no
store.
Hold on, wait.
It looks like
What are you
dirt.
saying, Reezy?
What? Hold on. Luna got tired of our antics, so she maxed the volume on the TV, so we gotta turn that down. Oh, I got a great idea. Hold on, I'm gonna put earbuds in. Earbuds.
No one would buy that. So listen, if you guys don't know Krillin's story, Joe, you don't either. He has thousands and thousands of dollars of merchandise. It's amazing high-end stuff that he doesn't have listed on eBay.
Like, he finds the like, I have found 2 Loro Piana in my entire life, and he found like 20 in one day.
Wow.
Okay, so yeah, you got to list that in order to be able to sell that for $100, just so you know.
I sold it. And by the way, that lady, she screwed me over too, that lady who bought all this.
What happened?
Well, what happened was she was supposed to, she resells, I think she sells to China, okay? And she was supposed to send me her reseller certificate. Okay, so now I got to go pay my sales tax. I mean, I'm still going to make very good money off of that sale, but I'm going to lose a couple $100.
Right now, and I'm about to mute you.
What?
Seriously. I'm about to mute you.
Me?
Why would you take her reseller certificate?
Yeah, exactly.
What do you mean?
Sold it to her. What are you talking about? You have to pay tax on that.
Yeah, I understand that. That's why she didn't send me. So she screwed me. I took the chance. I rolled the dice. I didn't want to lose the deal because it was a huge deal. It was like $2,000. So I says, you know what? What? Why are you shaking your head for?
Because you're
What?
so full of shit sometimes.
Hold on.
What are you
Hold on.
talking about?
Hold
Bullshit.
on.
What?
I'm
How do
asking-
you figure?
Was she also in New York?
What?
Yes.
And so she wants to resell it, so you would
I think
you
it's
would
too much
honor
money,
her
though.
resale certificate? There's no way I would do that.
Exactly.
Well, what are you
Because
talking about?
who's to say that she actually resells, and who's to say that that's a legit? I would never take
Of
a resale
course,
permit
but that's
on
why they
eBay.
have to give you the reseller certificate.
I
But
would never do that on
This is
eBay.
Kayla.
But she was buying
You guys know that no one knows
$2,500
what
worth of
you're talking
merchandise,
about, right?
and I was getting very good money for the product that I was selling. So I rolled the dice to say, you know
What's
what,
your name, Krillin?
Rob,
Rob, nice to meet you. This is
Likewise.
my wife, Rosa.
how you doing, Rosa?
Reseller certificate.
This
Como
is
estas?
Kayla. She. Como
So,
estas? That's
so
Kayla.
in some states, you need to have a reseller's permit
Yes.
in order to not pay tax. Washington
Correct.
is one of those states.
Correct.
So I have one when I go into Value Village and buy stuff. I give them my reseller certificate
Correct.
and they take the tax off of my purchase.
Correct.
On eBay, it's the wild, wild west out there. I'm not
Correct.
taking anybody's resale certificate.
Correct. But what I did was I figured, what's the worst case scenario? If she didn't send it to me, what profit would I be making? If she did send it, what? It still was worth it. It's not like, oh, I lost all my sale.
So then why did you say she screwed you then?
Exactly.
Because
What are you talking about? Out of like 8% or something? Get over
Yeah.
it. Come
Understand
on.
this conversation.
What?
How
What?
much
What?
money?
Why?
Drive me crazy with this nitpicking nonsense. Move on and sell the next stuff, man. I'm about to drop you out of
You're
this.
staring
channel.
at the
Drive
new
me
eBay
crazy with
sellers.
that stuff.
This is Corey.
Why are you getting all excited, man? What was the matter?
Because
What?
just do the business and move on. You're so
I did.
excited about this shit.
Okay, hold on. Time out.
Did-
Time out. Time out.
Corey, look right at the camera. See, those are the crazy eyes I'm talking about.
Can everyone introduce themselves really fast? Because I don't think Rosa's met everyone. So, Joe, Nicole.
Rosa knows me.
No, she doesn't.
Hi, Kayla.
That's Kayla. She's the detective.
Jizz.
Reezy thinks I have crazy eyes, but I think I just have normal eyes.
And then, do you guys know Brian on the end?
beautiful.
They're beautiful eyes. Who's that?
I'm Brian.
Hello.
Nice to meet you, Brian.
Nice
Is
to meet you.
Brian's the vegan flipper on Instagram and YouTube, right?
Yeah, I'm vegan flipper. Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. So I think I follow you on Instagram.
Yeah, I think I've seen you. I mean, I follow you. I think I've seen you comment or post online.
You should interview him sometime.
Definitely. I actually don't have anyone for my Monday show, so I got to figure that out.
Look at I found
Well,
someone.
did Rob just change blazers right now?
Now,
Yeah, he did.
Now, Joe, what do you think of this?
Rob?
What do you think of this, Joe? This suit.
Where's Luna?
I don't.
Are you getting married?
I'm a model, you know what I do.
That one-
and
Joe, what do you think?
my little
What do you think of
shirt
this?
On the
You
cat.
know, honestly, I don't
how
know
many-
anything about
on
suits.
the
How
cat.
many items has
What
anybody
happened?
gotten listed
I don't know
since
anything
this
about
Blazer
suits. Why are you
fiasco?
asking me?
I feel like
Okay, Rizzo,
Right
what do
said
you think?
Fred should like walk in and like
Hold on, Corey. Shush.
What do you think of this suit?
show my own show.
Are you going to a funeral?
Sorry.
It's a little funeral-y. It's a very
Yeah.
formal.
It's great. It's with the pinstripe.
It looks very formal. That's all I'm
In case I
saying.
have to go back and get a job, you know what I mean?
You will if you don't start listing things on eBay.
Rosa, what do you think of it? I want to know.
It's too formal.
Can you hear us?
Oh,
Yeah.
wait, are you asking us if you should be wearing it to Depeche Mode still?
Kitty. Oh, he showed us the back. There's the back.
It's called a vent. Re-event.
I don't think they can hear us as well
I
as
feel
they
like
should.
Rob
be able
should
to.
start singing some
I
like
hear you.
Puccini or something like the three tenors, like something like that.
Valerie in the chat says she
What
thinks that
What did she say?
I don't know because Corey won't be quiet for 2 seconds.
Everyone out of this channel in about 5 minutes.
Valerie says that she thinks it pairs well with the wife beater.
Thank you.
That it's
Exactly
a
how we
real
work to a rock and
good
roll
look.
concert.
You just made me spit wine all over the computer.
I know when I'm looking for a man, I like a man in a wife beater and a formal blazer.
It's a
We're
suit.
going
This is
to a
pants.
Depeche Mode rock and roll show.
Yeah.
That's a Depeche Mode.
Okay, now Joe, go get on your jacket.
Which
Joe, do you even own a suit?
I don't own a suit.
I didn't think so.
Kayla,
Did you
that
get your jacket back, by the way?
Oh yeah, I just got it back. Well, apparently I have had it back for a long time, but I just found out that I got it back recently.
I forgot to give it to him. It was at my office.
Yikes.
did you guys ever
While
watch?
Joe's about to kill someone because he's waiting for his jacket to come back.
fine.
It's way too big now.
I
But
mean, you are a murderer. What is that plastic wrap?
is he going Dexter right
What?
now?
He is going full Dexter on us. He's whacking people.
You can't just have plastic wrap around there with that accent.
I
No.
think it's to keep his suit pristine.
Yeah, you have to put when you sell.
Corey muted him. I was fully like hanging on the cliffhanger for that segment, too.
Corey will use every little bit of revenge that he can.
Now I have no idea why you do that with suits.
I just randomly mute Rob, and it's so much fun.
Okay, Reezy, what'd you guys do today? Rosa, I miss you. It's good to see your face.
I know. I feel like I'm like totally out of the loop with everything.
We can't hear.
Me too, don't worry.
Can you hear Rosa or no?
I could hear
Can you hear?
I could also hear.
her. She said she felt like she was out of the loop.
Yeah, I think the AirPods are not as loud as they could be. I don't know what's going on.
Yours is definitely louder than hers.
I'm just louder.
I turned your volume all the way up because you were a little bit low, but
Okay, is that better?
yeah.
A little better, yeah.
Rosa?
He does talk really loud.
Yeah,
Now
she's really quiet.
Dang, you're super quiet, bro. Why are you so quiet?
Because I don't got that Reese Resales voice.
Yeah, I do all the talking around here.
Reezy, let's talk. Can we talk for like just 2 minutes about Toys R Us closing and like the bonanza that might open up to the world?
yeah.
here?
So, I was actually going to do a video about it, and I probably should have did it 2 days ago, but I'm looking for some wired headphones. Hold on.
You've been talking about you've been like saying, hey, these guys are like really lying to their employees and all this stuff for like several like weeks.
Well,
right?
so just yesterday was the first day that the employees of my store found out that they won't have a job in 1 month.
That's
and,
so bad.
The day before, I was like, you guys are closing. And they're like, nope, we're not. We just had an employee meeting. They said we're not closing. And I'm like, dude, that's fucking whack. Like, they're closing. Like, do you watch the news? Like, how gullible are you?
Dude, I worked at a restaurant one time, and like Friday afternoon, they're like, all right, we're having a mandatory store meeting on Sunday night. And everybody shows up on Sunday night, and they say, all right, this was your last shift you're ever working. We're closed.
Oh, shit.
Whoa.
That's so messed up.
Yeah. Like, they didn't tell anybody.
Unethical, and it's like, what? So apparently, so it's 50,000 jobs, Reezy, something like that.
30 something thousand.
That's a big number.
What does that mean, Reezy? Can you walk us through what that means for like? What do you think that means? What are you broadcasting like, forecasting this?
So as far as what?
In general,
I feel like, hold on. I feel like it's a good opportunity. Like, basically, I was gonna make it. I probably will make a YouTube video about it, and my title would be something like, "Toys R Us is closing. You got 2 options, and one option being buy as much as you can and sell it all like right now, yesterday, for whatever price you can get for it. And if you're an Amazon seller, I would say maybe even mail some of it yourself versus sending it to Amazon, just so you could save those 10 days right there of sending it to them and waiting for them to receive it. Or buy really popular shit like Barbie and Lego and hold on to it for 3 to 6 months till the value goes back up. Because, you know, what is there, 800 Toys R Us stores in America or some shit? Which means that stuff is going to be flooded. Like,
there's $250 million worth of unpaid POs, dude, and they're just gonna dump that shit onto the market. $250 million that they haven't even paid for yet.
The thing is, though, too, if you want to get in on it, you got to be like aware of what's going on with your store and like be in touch with the managers. Because think about, like, if the store was slated to go to 90%, if that's like what they're supposed to do, and you're the manager, like the guy that makes the call on all that shit, tell me you wouldn't have your friend come up and back up an 18-wheeler and take everything, right? So,
Yeah.
like, that's going to happen somewhere between 60 and the last day. Because Toys R Us prices are high as fuck anyways, right? So, like, 60% off is, like, there's shit that's not even profitable at 60% off, right? So, like, generally, I feel like they're probably 20% or higher up more in price than, like, Walmart, you know, on similar items. But, yeah, definitely don't, like, linger on shit and expect to sell it, like, 30 days. You know what I mean? Like, I would be making shipments or listing it, like, the day you fucking bought it.
Well,
Are you going to be sourcing there at all?
Yeah, definitely. On the East Coast, they're already at 50% today. They're supposed to go to 60% tomorrow, like in Jersey and stuff, from the people that I follow that are doing that. But
two sellers here went to the two that we have here, and there was no clearance yet.
Right, exactly. We have no clearance either. Nothing. It's full price.
Yeah. So maybe it's East Coast to West Coast, like they'll phase it out across or something. I don't know.
It's got to be something. Also, I mean, it's hard for me to base anything off of how our stores run because it's super regional. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I live in a surf town, a tourist area. Like, we have 2 McDonald's in the city. That's it. Like, as an example, there's like, it's just not normal, right? Like, for me to, if I go to our Target, it sucks. They got like a lot of diapers and sunblock, but if I want to go to a real Target, I have to drive like 15 miles away.
Well, I feel like it's very similar in Portland. Like, we don't really have Walmarts here. We're not a big box. We're very like much a small business town. So like we have 2 Babies R Us, Toys R Us situations, but they're very much like they're like, you know, a good hour away from each other.
People don't shop at big box stores here. Like there was this crazy like thing where Walmart got rid of all their bubble wrap, and it was like $24 rolls of bubble wrap for like $3. And people across the country were like, "Oh, I got one. I went in there, it was all gone." And I walked in and I got like 10.
Right.
Know? We just don't have the same big box mentality here.
Well, I feel like we're ahead of the trends, right? Like they're all closing now.
Yeah. We just don't have them. We have 2 Walmarts in Portland. There's only 2.
So in Santa Cruz, we were supposed to get a Walmart a couple times, and they boycotted it.
Yeah, here too.
Yeah, we were supposed to get one in like our Beaver. So that's even in like the suburbs he's talking about. Like really, like we have no Walmarts for the most part. And it's because we boycott them whenever they try and go in.
Yeah, over by the airport, you have like all the Nordstrom kind of stuff and Target stuff. But when people were like, you know, I walked into.
We have hippies, yeah.
Everybody,
that's
those,
we're all hippies.
Like, LOL surprise things. I just walked into a Target and they were just there. You know, like there.
They sell them on Amazon?
I brought them to Argentina.
Oh, okay. That's probably even better.
Do they even discount Legos, or can't they send them back to the manufacturer?
I don't know, but they do typically pull some bullshit like that on the really cool shit.
They owe hundreds of millions of dollars to their distributors.
Well, the problem is all those companies are getting screwed, right? Like, what was it? A couple like Mattel and a couple of the other ones are already, their stock is going down because that's like 10 to 15% of their business. So it's like a huge, like having Toys R Us go out. I was reading articles about how it's going to affect the companies.
I read something that I don't know if it's true or not. I mean, it's all speculation, right? But they said that some analysts think that 20% of the toy market might evaporate and never come back after this closes.
They're right.
Which I don't know. I feel like if you want toys, you're just gonna go get them. And the next, where do you guys? Everybody say where do you think the next place
walk
is
into a store and the toys are there, they buy more instead of seeking a specific toy that goes on.
Crazy, that's a good question. Like we have
I would
actually
say Walmart, right?
Target,
Walmart.
Who's the next fall? Who falls next? Best
Target's gonna get bought by someone.
I don't think Target's going anywhere.
So I've already seen rumors about Amazon buying Target, but Amazon or Target already gave up their health and beauty department to CVS. I think it's either CVS or Walgreens owns the beauty
CVS.
department in Target. So Target they don't run it at all. CVS runs it. So and Amazon has already talked about buying CVS or something like that because they want to get into the pharmacy business or whatever and be able to deliver medicine without having to go through a bunch of hoops. So they buy a company that can already do that.
And so then they'd be in Target automatically.
Right, exactly.
It'd be like
it just makes sense. Amazon has
Target.
so many Amazon has so many mom shoppers. Why would they not get Target?
They're gonna get Target. They're gonna Target next. We didn't think they'd buy Whole Foods.
Corey made a comment on Instagram that was actually pretty insightful, and he was saying after Toys R Us goes out of business, Amazon's going to turn them into fulfillment centers.
It's true. So here's the problem. I was reading an article that was talking about real estate, and like the sweet spot for box stores is under 25,000 square feet. So those stores can get re-rented or like repurposed. However, the average Toys R Us is 30,000 and up. And so they're going to have a really hard time repurposing those stores. So they're thinking like it is going to be like fulfillment, or I guess there's already like a game type of place on the East Coast that's like eating up some of them. There's some of the stores have already been like taken up by some places.
See, I find it hard to believe that Toys R Us is going to go out completely. Like we will be seeing that logo in the future, and that logo will be selling toys. But I don't know. Like, I'm not smart enough to understand how it works. Like, I don't see anyone buying their debt that they have right now. But tell me that every mall in America couldn't open up a Toys R Us for 3 months out of the year during Q4 and just kill it.
Why couldn't they open up their own online only?
Well, yeah. I don't see why they would.
Well, their debt is so severe. They have basically
no choice.
So they have $300 million in outstanding POs. Okay, and that's just what they're talking about. But a lot of
like
companies hide debt. Like Toys R Us has been hiding debt forever, and now it's all going to get exposed when they go into Chapter 13 or whatever it is, Chapter 30. I don't know what it is. Whatever debt restructuring they go into, it's going to expose. It's going to expose all the previous debt that they have buried, and it could literally be billions of dollars. So we're talking about a big economic impact here, and it's going to affect other businesses that are.
So, who remembers KB Toys?
That's where I bought my first PlayStation 2.
I used to work there.
I'm not old enough to like remember how big they were. I remember seeing them in the mall, but that was like before I had a car or anything like that.
They were like a tiny Toys R Us.
Yeah, probably like a 10,000 square feet.
But they were everywhere, right? They were like at every mall.
True.
Yep, they were. And they had a lot of standalone stores too.
Yep.
Grab your legendary.
What happened to them? They went out?
I just don't see.
They filed for bankruptcy.
It's weird. It's kind of sad. I'm honestly saddened by Toys R Us leaving, and it has nothing to do with like Amazon or whatever. Like, it's just sad.
Doesn't it signal a greater like a coming collapse that is just insane?
Here's the thing: is like kids don't. Des, my 8-year-old, literally, we don't buy him toys. Like he wants to play with, he wants to read books and like play with electronics, right? Like an iPad and like stuff like that. Like, kid doesn't. I'm like, what toys are you into? Like, I take him to Target. We go down the toy aisle, and he doesn't want anything. He's not into toys. He wants to read books. He wants to go to the book section. And so like I feel like kids are also losing touch with like actual toys because like. Why am I going to buy a Nintendo system with all these games when he would rather just have his iPad that I could just download games onto?
So my daughter's favorite toy are blocks. Like she loves to play with blocks and like that. She loves to build things out of blocks. Like she doesn't really want all that like nonsense toys we had when we were a kid. It just doesn't. It's just a different generation. Like the big box generation is done. Like it was pushed upon us, I feel, like by the people who came before us, and like I don't know if we even
We don't buy our kids this love anymore, right? Like we take them out and we do things with them.
Yeah, like
we don't go to a toy store. That's not our destination. It's like, oh, we're gonna go to OMSI. We're gonna go to the Children's Museum. We're gonna go to the beach. Like whatever it is. Our parents were like, we're gonna go to Toys R Us.
Yeah, like
You guys-
I'm
You mean your kids don't want any of these?
I love
Kids don't
those.
want
Super
any of
Mario
these games?
3 is the best game ever made.
Hey, Mario 3 is
No, it
definitely
wasn't.
the best game ever made. Oh,
No,
by
it wasn't.
far.
Ikari Warriors is pretty amazing.
Super Mario World is better.
No,
Snooze fest.
Super Mario
I don't know
World is
about that,
amazing.
Joe. I don't know. Super Mario World is dope, but Super Mario 3 is way better.
So
let's-
challenging. It's such a
That's
challenging,
right. You're
adventurous
telling-
game. I
No,
love
check
it.
out. Hey, I want to show you why I like this cartridge even more. Look, I found it and it was chipped, and so I was like, keeper.
Keeper.
But we
Brian,
got
what's
we
your
got-
vote?
We got
What's
them
the best
both.
video game?
I go between Super Mario 3 and Contra, honestly.
Look at
Contra,
how
up,
faded this
up, down,
Donkey Kong
down.
Country label is. This is also another keeper, Joe. Look at this. So faded.
It looks like my closet. Oh, there's a hole in that shirt. Keeper.
Yeah, it's how it works.
What
People
about
always like,
Double
you must have
Dragon?
the best closet, and I'm like, no, everything has a hole in it or a flaw because I couldn't sell it on eBay.
If you didn't spend hours and hours playing this game,
Which one?
It looks like a
game
beer.
right here, Tecmo Bowl.
Yes.
That's
So
so Bowl.
dope.
Great.
What about this game? Who played this game right here?
No.
Who played
Bo
this game?
Jackson in the backfield.
Who played this game?
Turtle? Is that Turtles? Yeah, it is.
First Turtles.
All right, I played that one.
Uh-huh.
So do you remember the electronic the shocking kelp level?
Yes.
It's
And
like
when
the
they
hardest
swim, when you're in the
level.
water, you're going this way.
Yes, it's like the hardest video game level that ever existed.
My best friend's hardcore band from the 90s is named after 10 Yard Fight.
Oh wow, that's cool. For some reason, I just realized my N64 games are all weirded out.
That's because the N64 is weird.
No, I have all these games that I kept around for days, and I have something called a Retron 4. I don't know if you guys know what it is,
yeah.
but it plays like 4 different kinds of cartridges.
Hmm.
But I also have the SNES Classic, or I have a Raspberry Pi, and so it's like I fully don't need the cartridges, but like something in my soul wants me to keep them.
The
Sure.
cartridges are like, it's the thing, it's the experience. You grab the cartridge, you jam it in there, and all of a sudden you're playing Ikari Warriors. It's like Contra. Come on.
I
Corey, what
also have this bad experience. I was once on acid and I couldn't figure out how to work my emulator. So I'm always like, it horrified me. It traumatized me. I was like, God damn it! If I had cartridges, I'd be playing already. But because I was on acid, I couldn't figure out how to work the emulator.
Probably should have just gone into the forest.
Yeah, well, that's
Best
what
place
Mighty
to be.
Mushroom does. All I
Yeah,
wanted to
dude,
do was just
I
play-
always-
I always wanted to play Mario 3 with the volume up hella loud.
I like to go out in the forest, talk to the trees, hang out with the air. I love the
Okay.
air.
Like-
The air is always nice.
I love air. Love that. Like, if you don't have air, you're fucked.
You guys have you guys have
What
like
is-
extra crisp air up there, huh?
Yeah, come visit.
Ramrock. You know how Hazel asked.
Look at your
Yeah.
sister.
So look, this is a chair, right? Like a little split rest / like seat thingy. But when you open it up, it got some controllers.
Wow, controllers.
Household call with Breezy. Controllers.
You gotta have controllers. GameCube
I just cleaned
controllers.
out all my consoles from the office today
Why would you do that? Then you have to actually work.
because now they're at the house.
Yeah, they were at the office. They needed to get out of the office.
That's actually probably a good idea.
My
I just
Dreamcast
got
was
a
in there
message
too.
from FemGeek on eBay.
Oh, what they say?
FemGeek.
You're not going to get this stuff.
You're not
Apparently
going to go to.
Ooh, they want to buy my Cutco knife set.
Nice
They
view of
only
your.
want to pay $5.
Tell them you're not selling.
I'm always selling.
Oh, Limit, you're closed.
Yeah,
I'm
say
such a-
sorry. It's 11 p.m.
Sorry.
We're closed for the night.
Wow, it's already
Such a
11?
video game hoarder.
11 p.m.
Oh, wait, what?
Hoarder.
Can you connect those? Are those the ones that you could connect and play together?
No, they're not. Actually, wait.
What?
Maybe they are.
Yes, you
I-
can, as
I
long as you have
never-
the game.
Yeah,
As
yeah.
long as you have the GB link, you totally can. How are you going to trade Pokemon if you don't have the?
I know, how foolish of me. I
Asking
never
me
had that
important
cable.
questions.
What's a Pokemon?
Take it back.
That's only for cool gamers.
That's
I
like
don't know
divorce
what's a
status if you ask that
Pokemon.
question.
I just,
I'm a hoarder. I hoard Pokemon.
What does
Does it have a
Pokemon mean?
wallet?
I have no idea. That's a great question.
I just pulled out my Game Boy Advance yesterday, and it has Pokemon Gold.
What does Pokemon mean?
Pocket monsters?
But they're not monsters though.
Kind of are.
Like Pikachu is cute.
Monster-
Monsters and Monsters Inc.
Pocket Monsters is the name in Japanese.
Look at these are for travel use only, right? But look at turn them both over. Tetris.
Should be Pokemon.
Hey,
Isn't
I don't like to be
the,
vested in my video games. I just like to play them until I'm about to pass out and then pass out.
the green one? You're
No, Dad, I can't see the movie.
Oh, those are a solid like $30 on eBay.
Dad, I can't see the movie.
Dad, I can't see the movie.
You're in Luna's way.
I know.
Is she a night owl? How is she still awake?
I know. How's your child still awake right now?
She doesn't have a bedtime. We're hippies.
Luna's
What time
like,
did
no,
she wake
Luna is,
up?
okay, guys, Luna's the coolest kid I've ever met. When I stayed at his house for a few days, Luna was like, she's hilarious.
Did she make you pancakes?
Like an adult.
My kid makes pancakes.
No, man.
I don't know. It would be awesome if like these kids made you pancakes. You
You
know?
should go to Slappy Cake.
She did make me a peanut butter sandwich for lunch.
Well, I think
You
in
need you
April-
lunch?
Yeah. Peanut butter sandwich
What?
made by Luna.
All right. I can dig it.
Michelle M asked if the seller took my peanut light offer the other night, and the answer is no. Did not take my peanut light offer. It was declined.
Mr.
It was
Mr.
declined. They didn't even counter.
Nope, no counter.
Damn.
Straight
They know what's up.
Hey, am I the only person that like when people try to be rude with their counter offers, like you make a reasonable counter offer and then they just make something super rude, I just like raise the price ridiculous. Am I the only person that does that?
What I do is
I
so
love
let's
it.
say I have something that's $100 and somebody offers me $4. I reply with $19.99, like 1 penny lower, and then in the description, "and your soul" is what I put.
I think that, did you guys ever hear that Scavenger Life? You know that podcast? They have a story where somebody was offering them like a lowball offer on this thing. This guy kept messaging them and being like, let me get it for this much. And they would say no over and over. And then finally they got so annoyed with him that every time he would send a message, and it happened for months, like months. Every time he would send a message, they would up the price by like $1. Like they would literally go and change the listing and up the price by $1 every single time he messaged them. And it went on for like 6 months where he'd be like, come on, it's still here, let me get it.
No dollar. Sorry,
That's
dollar.
hilarious.
Nope. And they, even on their podcast, they're like, we probably shouldn't have done that. We probably should have offered, but like, whatever.
They probably would have just sold it by now if they would have taken it.
But they're also the people that have things in their store from like literally 12 years ago.
Oh yeah, they do that.
I don't
I'm not
think
about
that's
that
good
life.
for your store though. I think that really lowers your value in the market.
And they're not even, I don't know. I'm not going to trash talk anybody on YouTube tonight.
No, I think they're
I'm not
fine. I
feeling
actually
Not
really
tonight.
enjoy their content. I just don't. That's not my game plan.
Oh, yeah.
No.
I don't think they're bad people. I just can't stand their business model. It drives me crazy. But
If I bought something for $5 and like I wanted $100 for it, and somebody in one day offered me $50, I'd probably take it.
I mean, unless the comps were like super.
I don't even
right?
care. I don't even care about the comps. I just care about making money every day.
Somebody sent me an offer for those Nike shorts today for like $75, and I was like, I paid $5. I'm just gonna take it.
I
Sure.
would take that offer all day.
I paid $5. You want to pay me
25.
$75 for it within a week of listing it? Goodbye.
Before, though. Remember, you sent me like the offer for 25, and I'm like, fuck that.
I wasn't gonna take that. I was sending it to you because the lady was like, I can't afford these, but I want them.
yeah, story of my life.
Wait a second. Hold on. Let me pick my nose for a second.
What happens to me every time I look at shoes?
I
found it.
That I can't
I
afford those.
can't afford these, but I want them.
Yeah, it's like, you have this gold brick I really want. Will you take $5 for it? Because that's all I have.
No.
I mean, those shorts are like a gold brick. Like, they're in such demand. Anything that has the checkered Nike tag like that, and it's in the tennis.
Yeah, it's going overseas. What is that?
Garbage.
Dark is the best video game ever made.
Dude, you also said Super Mario Brothers was the the best game ever, but Perfect Dark is the shit.
Perfect Dark sucks.
Dude,
No.
Perfect Dark was the first game. Perfect Dark made the whole first-person shooter genre.
No, that's not true. That was Quake.
That's true.
No, 007 popularized it, and this game extrapolated on that.
007 Super sucked as well.
Yeah, well, I'm not
007
saying
was
it was
terrible.
amazing,
Quake
but
was the first game that you could actually play.
007 was the like it popularized it, and then people played like only the multiplayer. The multiplayer got way more use than the actual game. Perfect Dark realized it, and they built the whole damn game around the multiplayer. And the best part was you could play multiplayer without having other players. You had simulants.
The simulants were the innovation of Perfect Dark.
That's why it's the shit.
I used to.
The N64 was garbage.
I loved it. Mario Golf was the shit.
It had the worst controller in the history of video
Mario
games.
Golf is a terrible game.
This game is fun. You are tripping.
It's actually
There's a reason why this is $20 all day long every day.
Yeah, because people have Nintendo nostalgia.
Because people like want to hit it with a golf club. It's worth $20 to hit it with a golf club.
Brian, you're quiet over there. What do you think about this system?
So far I'm with Joe. I never
I'm not saying it's the best system ever, but I just like some of the games.
N64 was an amazing system.
N64 reminds me of like Xbox right now. Like the controller is just so weird in my hand that I can't get my head around it.
What is
the trigger? This is the best game. This is a
emulator.
This is a flash cart. My brother got me this for my birthday a few years ago. So this has an SD card with every Nintendo 64 game ever on it, and it goes in the N64.
I want that.
Yeah, it's the shit.
No point in having that.
Remember when you guys said Joe was nice?
The trigger on the N64 controller was the dopest innovation for the N64.
I think N64 is like.
You mean like what the PlayStation had?
The most popular like vintage.
No, the PlayStation didn't have it. They had shoulder buttons. It didn't have a trigger.
We don't rap about Nintendo anymore.
Yeah, but the PlayStation
NES is done.
The 64 had the R1 and L1 also, but it had the Z button on the bottom.
But it had the button that you had to move your hand to a different area. So you had to have three to work the controller.
No. You just play with your hand right there, and instead of using the directional pad, you use the joystick.
So basically, you're saying it has wasted space.
No, and all the like Halo and all that shit, they copied Nintendo 64 with the control schemes, because on N64 in the first-person shooters, you were using the left joystick and then the C buttons, to go around and then to look around with the other side. and then the next generation of games, they just swapped out the C buttons with another joystick.
Halo sucks too.
I stopped
Your
playing video
whiteboard
games
is
when
cracking
Halo
me
came
up.
out.
I know I'm watching this whiteboard with like the
Yeah, you
audio.
should turn your body because I saw that giant word up there.
What?
Probably
I
spelled
actually have
fast.
I have a mushroom behind me.
We have comic book stuff behind us
That's true.
and a tattoo flash page.
This is mostly for YouTube ideas.
Wake up.
But I also have this. My daughter got me this for, I forget whatever it was, the last reason she got me something.
What nuclear?
It must have been Christmas.
It must have been Christmas.
What's that?
Yeah.
Cool.
That is
Yeah,
pretty
so
cool.
I bought this off a fellow skateboarder on Instagram who does Etch-a-Sketch art. So
What if we got shook
he
up during
draws on-
shipping?
No, he when he finishes drawing, he opens it up and removes the mechanics and all the extra powder, and then sprays it on the inside, and then puts it back together.
Oh,
Dude, that's
Permanent.
so cool.
I didn't even know that's
Really
a thing
cool.
you could do.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. There's like Etch-a-Sketch artists, but I actually was even cooler was I traded him a skateboard from my collection for it.
I want a Mona Lisa Etch-a-Sketch.
Dude, you could buy it. There's people that kill it on Etch-a-Sketch artwork.
Where do I?
Of course there
Just
are.
on eBay?
No, I think these people have like their own websites usually, but
You should interview one
I
on your
bet.
channel.
I want to start interviewing like people that do cool shit, not just sellers, like just people that are like, yeah, I make a living drawing on Etch-a-Sketches.
I would watch that. I would watch that.
Etch-a-Sketch Mona Lisas.
Oh yeah, I think I just saw one. Hold
Oh
on.
my god, I'm buying
No,
that.
that's.
I really
Hold
need
on.
you. Can you please interview someone who does Etch-a-Sketch art? No way.
Here you go, bro.
Oh,
That's not even that good. That one's kind of shitty.
I
I
want
literally
to go.
didn't even search for Mona Lisa. It just came up under Etch-a-Sketch art.
You're not even original.
I want Van Gogh or Salvador
Yeah.
Dali.
But
It's a-
people crush it like super real. I couldn't make a curved line on an Etch-a-Sketch if my life depended on it.
I just need to screen share and show you this weird thing I found.
Where's a melting clock?
Wait,
I got it. Hold up. I guarantee
Look.
there's something.
look, everyone burn your eyes on this. There's like she has an Etch-a-Sketch collar on, and this doesn't
Wait,
look.
what?
Oh wow.
Pick your size.
What is going on?
I don't understand. Interview this lady, please.
Yeah, like look, you can get 5x7, 8x10, or 11x4.
It's just
Or
a
you-
print of it. It's not the actual thing.
Okay,
Or you could get the Salvador Dali Etch-a-Sketch.
I know, but like just
Go back to the Salvador Dali.
looking at this picture, makes-
Salvador Dali right
like-
there. Boom.
I
I
want
feel
it.
like this is like Napoleon Dynamite, like ×4. Look at that.
It's only $7.
It's only $7.
Can you interview her now? Easy.
Will Smith is killing it on YouTube. Someone should buy this and send it to him.
You mean on Instagram? He is killing it on Instagram.
No, on YouTube too. He does vlogs and they're sick.
No, he doesn't.
Yeah, Will Smith vlogs. He gets like 300,000 views on his vlogs on day one.
I want to watch Will Smith vlogs for sure.
I don't.
What?
What does he got to take?
Yo.
Oh, about all his money?
Yo, no, he's just all about. He's trying to be relevant again. You know what I mean? Like,
He's probably working on something. He's gonna start advertising soon.
Yeah, he should partner up with Netflix and do some kind of movie with orcs. Probably
wait,
be awesome.
He did that already.
Yeah, it's a joke.
I didn't watch it. Is it really that bad?
I've heard it was really bad. I don't have any interest in
I didn't
watching
watch
it
it.
because Will Smith is washed up.
I think I still like him, dude. He's super raw in himself, and he's naturally funny.
I think he's lame, and I think his kids are lame.
What?
You can't think people's kids are lame.
I know that is not an okay thing to
You
say.
can think his kids are lame when they become public figures and put
Yeah,
out crappy
exactly.
music too.
I agree. They killed that guy. The Karate Kid was a disaster.
Yeah, the Karate Kid remake, terrible.
Terrible.
Hey,
Yeah,
I'm
with
Mr.
my hair
Miyagi
salt,
over
terrible.
here. I'm Mr. Miyagi over here.
Jaden
it's
Smith
hard-
talking
hey,
about crystals and how they power your life, terrible.
It's I will add though that it's hard for us having seen the original to be acceptant of a new thing or of a remake, and like there's definitely kids that saw the Jaden Smith version first, and they would probably watch the old one and say it was bullshit.
Hey,
No.
let's go to Des, and then Des can give us a review and tell us which one's better.
We'll just let Luna and Des review everything. What do you think about this movie, Dirt?
Dirt.
Hi, everyone. I'm Corey with A Mighty Mushroom, and I'd like to let you know that this show is coming to an end because I need to sleep. I love all of you, and it was wonderful to see all of you.
But it's only
Brian, the vegan flipper, that's how we find you on Instagram, right?
correct.
And YouTube.
Yes, and YouTube.
Kayla at Hazel Hearts Vintage, lovely to see you. We have Rob, who's mostly on eBay, right?
Mostly on your channel when you go live.
I know, but like, if somebody wants to see what you have for sale on eBay, how do they find you? What's your username on eBay?
Gotta look sharp with the exclamation.
Crazy can't deal with it.
Gotta look sharp.
Oh my
Gotta
god!
look sharp with an exclamation.
With an
That's rock and
exclamation.
roll.
Then we got
Which I
Reezy.
ripped off from Joe Jackson, so
We got Reezy at Reezy Resells. I know I don't have a lot of subscribers or anything, so everybody who probably knows about me probably knows about you already. But tell everybody how to find you on social media and all that stuff.
Yeah, if I'm not in your feed, I'm not doing a good job. So send me a DM. Let me know.
I'm terrible.
I'm not in your feet. It's my fault.
Reezy,
Bye, guys.
thanks.
Nicole State. Goodbye.
Reezy, thanks for showing up, buddy.
Peace, love, and chicken grease.
Peace, love, chicken grease. And then we have Nicole. Nicole, thanks for showing up.
And Joe.
And Joe.
Joe.
It's been real, guys. What's cool about this is that I don't even realize we're on YouTube because I'm not even like looking at the YouTube chat. It's just all on Google Hangouts. And
Exactly. But you can relax, be yourself, like have a good time, and that's the point of this whole thing.
yeah, I'm pretty sure I talked about being on acid on this episode. But I'll see you guys. I'll see you guys on the next one.
Bye.
Do you want me to remove this episode from the record?
No, it's real
And the
life.
video.
If you do
It's
want me
real
to
life.
remove it from the record, I will.
Oh, I don't care. It's real life.
This like this space is like is sacred in that fashion. So if like you don't want it to be part of the public record, it can stop.
No. I don't care. It's fine.
Reezy's done acid in the past.
I'm
Dun,
on
dun,
acid.
dun.
I'm
Anytime.
on
When
acid right now.
That's what happened to your eyes.
Not
Happened
surprised.
to your eyes.
Not shocked.
Yeah, no lies. I was taking acid when I was 12, so.